Good evening, everyone. This is week 4 discussion. First of all, the first question: was there anything in the reading that you did not know about David's life and actions? Yes. Although I knew about Bathsheba and I knew about him becoming king, I did not know that there were nations of people killed because of him. um, and the lie that he told, and then I didn't realize he had to kill more people because of the same lie. That was a little disturbing. Also, um, did what I learned affect my opinion of David? Yes and no. It did when I read it. Not gonna lie, it did. Cause what I know about David was, you know, he wrote all these songs about God, and then the lust that he had for Bathsheba, that was, then to have her husband killed, that wasn't one of his, glorious moments. Um, but I didn't know about the lie and all of that, so it did alter my opinion somewhat. Um, to the to answer the second question, um, what were Walton and Hill trying to warn us about putting biblical characters on a pedestal? Um, that was it. Because I thought so highly of David, um, sometimes when we do those things, we give them just as much weight as we do God, and that's not how it could be. That's not how it should be. Which I was brought back to life, not life, but brought back down, taken down a notch from that, because even though I knew about Bathsheba, I did not know about all the people that had to die because he lied. So that, yeah, that was a good lesson for me. When it said, "What or whom should we focus on?" We should focus on God. The message is, you know, it wasn't that whether it was a good David or a bad David. It was that sometimes God can use the worst person to show us his power. That he can change the worst person, the person you think could never be saved, can never believe, can never trust in God, can never do anything for God. God can use that vessel to bring in other people. David wasn't at a good moment in his life when he was telling a lie and getting people slaughtered. But God used that moment to let other Christians know, hey, we're not perfect, but if we trust in Him, He can definitely change our lives. And do I agree with it? Wholeheartedly. Wholeheartedly. Um, we're not perfect. Nobody walking this earth is perfect. We will never be perfect. But if we believe, if we have faith, if we strive for excellence, that's the key thing. We have to keep believing. We have to keep working towards that perfect mark. Even though we know we will never be perfect, we shouldn't falter. We shouldn't stumble. Things gonna come. We're gonna face obstacles. He didn't say it was gonna be perfect, but he said if we trust and believe, that's all we have to do is trust and believe. He'll take care of the rest. So, as far as us putting man up here on a high space, like their God, we shouldn't do that. We should look at the miracles that God is working through that person and say, oh, I see the Jesus in them. I see God working a miracle. I know that this is nobody but God. So this is where I'm going to place my trust. That's the message for me. Have a good night.